Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Brews. If you are here on this video, it's because you like zombies. One of my favorite zombie commanders is the Scarab God. But we're not talking about that Dimir colored commander today. We are talking about Zul Ashur Lich Lord. Ooh, okay. I got a lot to say about it. That's why I'm just slow to talk about it. A lot to say. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, honestly. This commander is mono black, 2 mana to cast, 2/2, zombie warlock, ward, pay 2 life. And I'm going to make it bigger on the screen real quick. All you have to do is tap her, and you may cast target zombie creature card from your graveyard this turn. So, all my experienced players out there that have played with zombies know that zombies are better going wide. There's not really one zombie that is worth pulling out from the graveyard that just does a bunch of damage or anything like that. So if you plan on building her as your commander, I suggest making her a Voltron commander. Honestly, I feel like that's the way to go. You're probably going to hate me for it. But this video is not only about being a Voltron commander, it's also about her being better in the 99 of other commanders. So let me say it again. First option, Voltron commander. Second option, she's better in the 99. So let's start off with other commanders that she's better in the 99 with. Wilhelt, the Rotcleaver. If you never played this commander's super cool. He's a very he's an infinite combo type of. He actually is infinite. That's what he is. He goes infinite. He can create infinite zombies. That's what this commander wants to do, and that's how you will win the game. There's no other way with it, just none. So it feels limited. So how does it work with Zul Ashur? Well, you can bring back another zombie on that same turn in order to activate these possible infinite combo. So I'm not going to explain the infinite combo. Y'all can Google that and figure out how to do it. But I will read the commander. Dimir colors, blue, black, 2 colors, 3/3 body, zombie warrior, legendary creature. Whenever another zombie you control dies, if it didn't have Decayed, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. Decayed means that creature cannot block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at end of combat. Also, it says at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a zombie. If you do, draw a card. So, if you have Zul Ashur paired up with Wilhelt, it's cool. You can sacrifice a zombie, draw a card, and bring back that zombie on the next turn. Right. So Zul Ashur is just a really good reanimate zombie card. So I only shared one commander because there's more zombie commanders, but I feel like this card is more important. Necroduality. I feel like it's missed so often. For 4 mana, only 4, as an enchantment. Whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. So, if you never played Dimir, it's slow. It's not a fast pace. It's kind of a slow feel for a type of color scheme. So to be able to double up on the type of zombies that you put out makes your deck more efficient. You really want to go wide. Your somewhat power range is in the middle. You're not too much of a threat, but you're still formidable. You're not 1/1 tokens that are saplings that are flying at opponents and your opponent's like, oh my god, here comes an overrun effect. No. Your 2/2 zombies, your 3/3 zombies are steady. Steady. They come in hordes. They don't just die to the little weak 1/1 creatures. They end up having Death Touch. They end up having Menace. They end up having Fear. These are all type of effects that you can add to black and blue creatures. Oh yeah, such as Unblockable too. So Necroduality, feel like Zul Ashur needs to go in a Dimir type of color deck. Blue, black. If you have those 2 colors, add Necroduality if you're running with Zul Ashur and a zombie type of commander. There's more zombies out there. Okay, now we get into the good stuff, the real good stuff. So if you want to bring back a zombie with Zul Ashur, we have God Eternal Bontu for 5 mana. 5/6 zombie god legendary creature. It has menace. When God, I'm gonna just call him GEB. GEB enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents to draw that many cards. Why that's good? Because black has a lot of cards or permanents that want to be sacrificed. This gives you a payoff to draw a card. So 5 mana, you can sacrifice any number of permanents. You can draw that many cards. You can get death triggers, sack outlets. This is the sack outlet. Like it just adds. It's a nice bomb, big monster creature with menace. It's going to do damage, right? It also says when GEB dies or is put into exile from battlefield, you may put on the owner's top 30 of your top of the library. I'm sorry, I did not say that right. You may put it into its owner's library third from the top. So when you do, he essentially doesn't die. So you know he's coming back. But this is a May ability. You could have him go to the graveyard and reanimate him with Zul Ashur and do the same type of effect again. But you might be running out of permanents. Just saying. But also do that at the right time when necessary. So, back to the idea if you wanted to run Zul as your commander, the reason why I say it could be a commander because it has Ward 2. Ward 2, that means opponents have to pay 2 mana to target it. If you kind of build it as in a Voltron commander and have sack fodder, Fallen Ideal is the card for you. For 3 mana, it's an enchantment aura. It's actually an old school element. Enchanted creature has flying and sacrifice a creature. This creature gets +2/+1. Cool. Cool. You got 3 zombies out or creatures. You sack 3 of them. Zul Ashur gets +6/+3. And that's flying. Also, this card is really good. When Fallen Ideal is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return Fallen Ideal to his owner's hand. So essentially, it doesn't go anywhere. The only way you can lose this card if it gets milled or opponent makes you discard it, or it gets exiled from your hand or from your library. That's pretty good. So back to running Zul Ashur as your mono commander. Corpse Connoisseur is a really good card with it. For 5 mana, it's a 3/3 body zombie wizard. When it ETBs, you may search your library for a creature card and put that card into your library. If you do, shuffle your library. ETB means enters the battlefield. It has the ability of Unearth, tap 4 mana, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of your next end step, or if it leaves the battlefield, Unearth only has sorcery. Guess what? Zul Ashur bypasses the Unearth ability. You don't even need to unearth it anymore. This is a creature tutor. However, you can only bring back, with Zul Ashur, you only can bring back Corpse Connoisseur or another zombie. However, Corpse Connoisseur can put any creature type into your graveyard. So if you pair that with other reanimation effects, you can get out some pretty nasty creatures at a steady pace. It won't be like all at once or overwhelming where your opponent's like, oh, you're the threat. Here comes my board wipe, and you lost all your creatures, and essentially you lost the game because you don't have any others have a bounce back. Yeah, that happens often. So that's why once you get good at Magic, you kind of learn to play, or you play to your meta. You kind of like play at a pace. Play at a pace. Play at a pace. Don't put everything all at once because there's always a player that has something to get rid of everything. And if they don't have that answer, you win. But you'll probably get smarter as you guys play more games. All right, our final card you may have missed, Tormod the Desecrator. For 4 mana, it's a 4/2 zombie wizard. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. It also has partner. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter here. This is good because guess what? Whenever you cast a card or a zombie card from your graveyard, you get a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And remember, if you made Zul Ashur as your commander, for a Voltron type of theme, meaning you're only planning on attacking with it, and you need some sack fodder to pair with Fallen Ideal, this is a great card to get more creatures off of pretty much nothing. Just casting cards from your graveyard or casting zombies from your graveyard. And you're building a board state at the same time. Gross. So, thank you for watching Breaking Brews here with Commander Claw. Zul Ashur, I actually believe, can be a pretty good Voltron commander if you built it right. If you decide to go Voltron, lean into auras, enchantments, and have a little bit of extra creatures as sack fodder to use as power boost and swing in. Black is really good at giving your creatures flying, menace, fear, or making them unblockable or requiring blockable aspects, right? But also, Zul Ashur is really good as a card in your 99. There's a bunch of zombies that you want to reanimate, cast from your graveyard. There's actually there's a couple good ones out there. You might have to do the research. But otherwise, hey, if you enjoyed the video, just like it. Also, subscribe so you can get more commanders. This video is going to show you something that you're going to like.